What is bioarchaeology and how it relates to forensic anthropology? Bioarchaeology is the study of skeletal remains at archaeological sites. A bioarchaeologist's main focus is understanding the past life ways of historical and prehistorical people through analyzing their skeletal remains. The bioarchaeologist compiles information from these ancient skeletal remains in attempt to reconstruct the life of the individual. They also look to see which group that they belong to and their ancient communities. They study their archaeological populations to get a better sense of how they live. A bioarchaeologist also likes to study the difference between male skeletal bones versus a female skeletal bones, as well as a child skeletal bones compared to an adult skeletal bones. Forensic anthropology. This is the examination of human skeletal remains for law enforcement agencies to determine the identity of unidentified bones. Forensic anthropologists are called to crime scenes to gather skeletal remains to examine in hopes to identify them. Within these crime scenes, they also gather evidence and other pertinent information that is needed. They then take all of their findings back to their lab to be analyzed. The main focus for forensic anthropologists is to process, examine, and create a biological profile which provides appropriate documentation of their findings, which would be an autopsy report or an evidence log. Once all this information has been put together, they then would be called to court, maybe even to testify. So let's recap. Bioarchaeology is the study of human skeletal remains from archaeological sites, where forensic anthropology is the examination of human skeletal remains, but for law enforcement agencies to determine the identity of unidentified bones. Both bioarchaeologists and forensic anthropologists use specific methods and techniques to analyze the skeletal remains that they find. They first distinguish between human and animal bones. Then they decide a minimum number of individuals that they have present. Per individual, they will determine the sex and the age of death for that individual. They will then estimate the stature of the individual, whether that person was tall or short, medium or small build. Lastly, they will identify the pathology or stress indicators for each individual. Now, for a forensic anthropologist, they have two additional steps to be completed. They will then determine the ancestry of each individual, as well as calculate the postmortem interval for that individual. This concludes my brief video on what is bioarchaeology and how it relates to forensic anthropology. Thank you.